Guys, and welcome to Best Cars for Sale in Kenya Limited. My name is James and I'm doing this video because last week I was seated here with a couple of clients. It's actually a lady who owns a company and they wanted to purchase or rather import a Land Rover Discovery Sport for personal use, as well as two plow boxes for her technicians when they are going out in the field. Now, the main question the client had was, James, how comes this car is 8 years old? Because it was actually a 2016 Land Rover Discovery Sport. That means it's 2016, that's the date of manufacture. We are in 2023. That is a car that is 8 years old. In most cases, people opt to import cars that are 8 years old because the older the car, the less of the duty you pay, as well as the cost of purchasing it when it is older, it's also lower in Japan. So here guys is why cars from Japan are usually low mileage, or it's even easier to find a car that is almost brand new. Number one, the cost of driving in Japan is too high. You can think about it this way. Most highways in Japan are toll roads. That means they are like expressway. You pay to use. For example, if you want to travel from Tokyo to Nagoya City, which is where one of our suppliers is based. We work with different suppliers. One of them is based in Nagoya City. If you want to go from Tokyo to Nagoya City, that is the distance of about 350 kilometers. Okay? The toll road is going to be somewhere around USD 100, which is about 14k Kenya shillings. And that is one way. If now you go to Nagoya City and then you return, the toll road only is going to be about 30k. Again, parking in Japan is very expensive. Per hour, it is about 40 USD, which is about 5k. If you park your car for about 8 hours, that is 40 times 8, that is 320 USD, which is about 35k. The cost of driving in Japan is exceedingly high, so in most cases people opt to use the public transportation. Japanese have a very efficient and fast public transportation system. Their buses are equipped with air conditioners as well as heating system for when it snows. For example, high-speed Shinkansen trains from Tokyo to Nagoya cities takes about 1.5 hours. That is like you travel from Nakuru all the way to Namanga, Kenya-Tanzania border within 1.5 hours. And all it is going to cost you is 100 one way and another 100 to come back. So compare the two costs. Using the public transportation, it takes you only 3 hours and the total cost is 20k. Using your own vehicle, it's going to take you about 5 hours one way and another 5 hours to come back, 10 hours. And you end up paying about 40k. That inclusive of the fuel, it includes the toll roads, it includes the parking fees. That is the difference. Using public transportation is very efficient, very fast, and very affordable in Japan. Using your own car, super expensive. Like I already told you, you travel from Tokyo to Nagoya City, you are looking at spending about 40k only. So that is one reason most people don't use their cars. The cost is high and using your own vehicle is less convenient and slower than using the Shinkansen, high-speed Shinkansen trains. Another reason guys, cars from Japan are usually low mileage is because of what is called the Shaken law. This has to do with how cars are registered and the requirement for inspection in Japan. For example, here once we ship your car from Japan, okay, we have to register it with NTSA. So we'll have to clear the duty, pay the port charges and register the car for you. And once we do the registration, you will never have to register that car again unless you are selling locally, in which case you have to go to Teams and initiate a transfer of ownership. However, under the Shaken law, which is how cars are registered in Japan, once you buy a brand new car, you have to take it to the Shaken committee and they will only register your car for 3 years. And for the first registration for a brand new car, you only pay 18 USD. Okay? However, that registration is only valid for 3 years. Once 3 years are over, you have to take the car now for inspection, and this one is mandatory. And these people, guys, don't joke. A very minor scratch, they'll check under the hood, they'll check the suspension system of the car, they'll check the interior condition, they'll check the headlights. They are super detailed, and they don't repair. Like, for example, if the door is scratched, you won't go bathing. You'll probably have to remove the whole door, add another one. The cost of the inspection alone is USD 1,000 to USD 2,000, depending on whether you need to change some parts or do some repair work on the vehicle. So every 2 years after the first registration, you have to keep going back for the inspection, and each 2 years you are looking at spending around 200k on maintenance of the car. And the older the car gets, the more higher the mileage, the more expensive the repairs become. So the shake and roll kind of discourages people to overuse their car. They rotate to use the car once it is starting to get old, because maintenance is getting very high. The biannual inspection cost is increasing. They will kind of say, I think now I'm done, I want to release this unit. So shake and roll, mandatory inspection, as well as the repair required to keep the car on the Japanese road is another reason most people opt not to use the car, but rather to keep using the public transportation. So guys, that is it. That is why it is very easy to find units from Japan that are exceedingly low mileage. If you are looking to import any car, we invite you to visit our offices in Loiro Town. And it doesn't matter whether you are looking to import a Probox, a Nissan Note, a Mazda Demio, or you are looking for a high-end car such as a BMW, a Land Rover, or a Mercedes. We will be able to handle it for you. The whole process takes anything from 29 days to 55 days, and your car will be here. We'll handle the whole process from the inspection in Japan, shipping the unit, payment for the marine insurance. Once the car lands in Kenya, we will take care of the registration, the port charges, and we will even deliver your car up to Nairobi, from where now you can pick it, or you can send your driver to come and collect it for you. From me to you, have a good one. See you soon. I'm looking for your business. Bye.